and welcome to A Cat in the Garden. We have just had a few days of some pretty cold temperatures here for early November in Central Texas. It got down to a low of 34 on the last night, and as you can see next to me, we did have some cold damage, though nothing has actually died. So with the warmer temperatures coming up, I'm feeling pretty good about leaving a lot of these plants in the ground, maybe trimming them back a little bit so that they can have some nice new growth. But there is something behind me that we are going to harvest today because on the surface, the plants are pretty well damaged, and that is going to be our sweet potatoes. Back here, as you can see, they're looking really rough, but I think underneath the soil, they're gonna be just fine, just because it didn't get down to actually freezing, and the ground is gonna take a lot longer to show damage than what's above the surface. So hopefully nutmeg is going to help us today, but the weather is looking much warmer already. It's already in the 50s this morning, and we're not gonna be looking at any chances of frost for probably about a month now. Hopefully I don't jinx that, but I'm really hoping so based on what we had sort of with our temperature pattern last year. But we're gonna go ahead and get these sweet potatoes out. This is my first time growing and harvesting sweet potatoes. I planted these in June, so they've been in the ground for about 5 months now, which should be plenty of time to have a decent harvest, as the recommendation is 120 days or 4 months. So I left them in there for about an extra month, maybe even a little bit longer. And we're just gonna go ahead and see what we've got. I know I saw a couple that I showed y'all in the garden tours that were peeking over the surface, so at least I know I have something. But without further ado, let's just go on and get to it. So at first I was thinking about maybe just like taking the plants out or taking out the leaves, but I honestly think I'm just gonna come in here with a shovel and dig it out. So let's go ahead and see what we've got. All right, so I wanted to get in close for some of these so you can just see what's going on under the surface here. So it looks like a lot of them came from the area where I planted each individual plant. This is kind of a long skinny one. There's a couple attached to the main plant here. These are its roots, and we've just got a few going on in here. I think there's one. Oh, that's a big one. Okay, let's see if we can get any of these out. I did break a couple on accident. I did not realize they would break, but that's okay. They're massive, so I would have had to cut them up anyway. Oh my gosh, these are just like going on forever, if you can see that. Here's a little baby one. Add it to the pile over there and just kind of see what we can get out. Oh, this is a big one. And I also broke it, but that's okay. That's huge. Nothing wrong with that, honestly. I'll just have to go back in and find the other part of it because I don't know where it went. I wish I had like a medium-sized shovel. That would kind of help. This is kind of a normal-sized sweet potato, so that's not too bad. We got one that looks kind of normal over there. And then there's a bunch in here. There's another one. Gosh, they're like all over the surface here. It's like never ending. So yeah, I'm gonna get all of these out and then we can check back in, because I don't think I can do this all with one hand. Otherwise I'm going to break all of them, but there's potatoes absolutely everywhere. All right, so we've got nutmeg for scale here, being super cute as per usual, but this is it. This is all of the potatoes. I basically dug out this entire bed, turned it inside out, and kind of refilled each section as I went along. You can see over here, this is sort of what the roots look like that the tubers come out of. And then this is the original plant structure, sort of what it looked like. And I did notice that most of the potatoes came from the original root structure. It didn't look like there was too much of these shoots actually rooting into the ground and creating new potatoes. I don't know if there's a way I could remedy that. Maybe if I buried the stems in the ground as the season went along, but I am not mad at this harvest. This was absolutely zero effort. I maybe fertilized this twice, to be honest. I just planted 3 plants in this bed, 3 little slips, and this is what I got. So I'm not mad. I'm not mad at this whatsoever. This is truly awesome. This is a nice fat one right here. What do you think? Do you like it? Do you know what it is? He probably has no idea what a sweet potato is. And some of them were honestly huge. Let me see if I can get, here's one. This one was actually whole. I didn't break this one. So that is the biggest one for sure. There were some that were longer, but they were skinny. This is definitely the heaviest one, the fattest one in terms of the long ones. So yeah, that's massive. I think I'm gonna go weigh it honestly, because that's crazy. So I would 100% grow these again. Honestly, this is gonna be a staple in my garden. It does take a long time. Like I said, I had these in the ground for at least 5 months. So that is a long time to get your yield. This is one of the ones I broke, but that's okay. It's definitely worth it, because any kind of potato, sweet potato, onion, garlic, they'll store for a long time without needing refrigeration, which is also really nice, really long shelf life on these kinds of things. I can obviously share with friends if need be, but definitely worth it. I noticed, I think I have 2 different types of sweet potato in here, because these are more of a classic orangey color that you see at the grocery store, and these are a lot more red. Here they are side by side. So I guess I had 2 different types of sweet potatoes that I was growing, but I honestly don't even care. I'm so happy with this. This is absolutely amazing. But I think we're gonna go ahead and honestly weigh one of these, because I'm really curious as to how much this guy weighs. All right, so I've got the scale. This is kind of the only flat surface I have outside. I have a regular size sweet potato and then the big one. So we're gonna go ahead and weigh this guy first. So it's very tough to see, but that is 10.6 ounces. All right, and we'll get this guy up here. Oh gosh, I might have to do him like this. No, because he keeps like sitting on the ground. There we go, okay. Moment of truth, 4 pounds, 1 ounces. Oh my gosh, that's absolutely insane. 4 pounds. I'm so happy I did that. Well, that is it for our sweet potato harvest. This was honestly just an experiment for me this year, as I had never even attempted to grow sweet potatoes before. And I would say it was a massive success. I can't wait to weigh all of them and see how much I grew in total weight of sweet potatoes. If I get that weighed out, I'll put that as a pinned comment, but I'm definitely growing these again. Oh my gosh, I don't think I'm ever gonna not grow sweet potatoes ever again. That was so rewarding. I felt like I was digging for gold, honestly, and I hit the jackpot. So I'm so happy with that. And I can't believe I never did that before. Honestly, I'm just blown away. That was so cool. But thanks so much for watching this video. Make sure to give us a thumbs up down below and subscribe so you don't miss anything else from Nutmeg and I out here in the garden. Thanks again, and we will catch you in the next one. Okay, it is a little while later. I have finished everything out here in the garden that I wanted to do for the day, and I did get the time to weigh all of the sweet potatoes. I weighed them all before we put them inside to cure. We're gonna try a dual step curing process, but the final weight is super exciting. It was 42 pounds and 13.4 ounces. So that is an insane amount of sweet potatoes. That is almost as much weight as my dog. So that's kind of crazy. especially when I literally did not know what I was doing. I just threw them in there, let them be for 5 months, barely fertilized them, and I couldn't be happier. So yeah, 42 pounds, almost 43. But that's it for my little post-filming update. I will see you in the next video.